Well, hello and welcome back to another video on the GameHive94 YouTube channel. If you saw the last video, you'll know that our first race, I'd say, went about as I expected. I didn't think we were going to get anywhere near points, and, well, I'm not gonna spoil it, so I'll put that video on the top right of the screen right now. But, with the first race behind us, time to move on to Saudi Arabia, which is the second race of the season. But first, we have the pit crew training schedule. And think I'm going to just leave it as balanced. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it as balanced. Alrighty, with that finished, now we can accelerate the time. The race simulator has been constructed. Okay, post-race data. Seems like medium speed wasn't great, and DRS effectiveness wasn't great. So, we finished in 18th, and the expected finish position was 21st, so we were above target there. And it looks like our main rivals are Haas for this season. Their car is better medium speed. So, yeah, as you can see there, Behrman finished 18th, Doohan finished 19th. So, decent race from us. If we look at the car analysis, we are pretty bad in everything except acceleration, tire preservation, and engine cooling. Those are the only spots where we're kind of somewhat good. But we have some car developments in the process of being made. So let's just continue. Another facility constructed. This time it's the tour center. And finally, we can get to the race. Isn't looking like it's going to be the best race for us because there are a lot of medium to high speed corners and we are not good in either of those. Yeah, weather forecast clear because it's the desert. Expected strategy is going to be a one-stop, as it usually is for Saudi Arabia, but I'm going to get to practice, and I'll see you there. Well, first of all, we have to do the targets. I'm going to go for 18th place here, and oh, I meant to click 18th, but 20th and 18th are our targets.
We're here at Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're on the shores of the Red Sea in the shade of Jeddah's skyscrapers. This might be a dream setting, but as we know, in Formula One, not all dreams come true.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But as it's only round 2, there's still plenty of time for that to change.
Okay then, let's get to it.
Alright, so I'm going to actually put one of our affiliate drivers in, and I'm going to put this one right here. I'm going to put Franca Marino in the car for practice. Just see how she does, see how she stacks up compared to Behrman. I'm not expecting her to do great, but you never know. So in terms of setup, I think it's going to be just something like that, maybe. Then I'll go for something a little bit different on Behrman's side. And head to practice. Alrighty, so first practice is finished. Max Verstappen tops it, with Robert Schwartzman and Jack Crawford doing pretty good. And Theo Porcher getting ahead of Valtteri Bottas, with us finishing in 21st and 22nd, with our affiliate driver being 5 seconds off of the pace. Yikes. We have built a boat. Setup satisfaction for our affiliate driver / car 1, 67%. I narrowed it down a lot from 18%. I'm going to build on it for practice 2 and practice 3. Bearman, I think I have a pretty good setup, just didn't have time to really dial it in, or to get the feedback on it, but I'll see you at the end of the third practice session when we're about to get ready for qualifying. Alrighty, so Bearman's setup, really good, got to 96%. Only managed to get 77%. So not great on Doin's side, but really good on Bearman's side. But I will see you during qualifying.
Okay, green light, green light.
Alright, the session has started. So, Doin has 4 sets of softs. Bearman also has 4 sets. Nice. It's nice and even. So we'll send Doin out. And then we'll send Bearman out right behind him. And we'll see what lap times they do. Alright, Bearman coming on the final corner. With 2 purple sectors. Looks like he's gonna beat Doin. Can he get a sub 30? Yes, he gets a 29.2. Wow. Doin 1.2 seconds off.
Copy.
I'm gonna have to send him out for another flying lap, try to close that gap, because that's not good. And we are 2.6 seconds off of Carlos Sainz.
Currently in P12.
Still not great from Jack Doin. I think he got some traffic on his lap though, so I'll send him out one more time on these tires and see if he can go any faster. I think I'll just have to send him out on fresh tires. Same with Bearman here. Because there are only 5 minutes left in the session. Alright, Bearman up to the line. Let's see if he can get into Q2. Yes! He's done it! For the time being. Can Doin follow suit? Doin improves, but not quite in Q2. Does Sargent have an answer? Sargent, green first sector. I don't think Joe can do it. Sargent, green middle sector. Not looking great for us. Doesn't get held up. I think he's just gonna nip us here. Does he do it? Sargent gets us. He actually outqualifies Albon. We barely miss out on Q2 with Bearman. Well, surprise, surprise, guess who got pole in Q3? Max Verstappen. Wow, it's actually Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, Aston Martin, RB. And then it could have been Williams, Haas. Wow, it's crazy. All the F1 teams almost went just in pairs of 2. So we qualified in 17th and 20th.
The drivers are getting ready here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat-out laps under the lights.
Jeddah Street Circuit certainly makes the high speeds of F1 racing a thrilling affair. But even a world champion can be caught out in between the narrow walls, just as Max Verstappen found out in 2021.
The Jeddah Street Circuit has one of the fastest average speeds, as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend. Welcome to race day, and before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
Alrighty, so time for the race. Now, as the predictions said, Bearman is automatically put on a one-stop strategy. I think that's going to be the best. I might even put him on a medium to hard. It says I'll be slower, but I think he'll be better overall because it's very high temperatures and tires like to overheat. Dewin, on the other hand, it's putting him on a two-stop. Maybe I could make this a soft, medium, soft. Yeah, I like that strategy. So, Dewin, we're going aggressive. Bearman, we're gonna just try to gain track position. So we'll tell them both to push. And get started for the race.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race. And we certainly know what Max Verstappen is capable of.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
This should certainly be a good one, folks. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Alrighty, so we are going to immediately tell them to avoid high-risk curbs and high overtake aggression and to rarely defend. Same with Bearman here. And we're going to use this, I believe it's like the helicam here. So Bearman already alongside with Hulkenberg. We're gonna get the better exit and get ahead of him here. So we've already moved up we've already moved up a position with both of our drivers. And we're already pulling away from Bottas a little bit. We're falling a little bit. Oh, I mean, Bearman got ahead of Magnussen, not Hulkenberg. We're already falling behind Hulkenberg a little bit here. I'm actually going to tell him to go for the high-risk curbs. And the same for doing here, at least for the first lap, so he can get in DRS. Oh, Dewin has a fault. ERS fault. Harvest efficiency a little bit lower. Okay. That should be fine. Not too bad if we just kind of run in neutral. Well, we're actually gaining a lot on the Alpine here, but nothing comes of it. If we actually stick with Hulkenberg here and get in his DRS, and then do that. We're actually gaining on an Alpine, and we overtake the Alpine. Can we make the move stick? No. Alright. So we'll kind of put them into tire saving mode here with the avoid high risk curbs. We'll do that with the softs. Alrighty, I like that. Hulkenberg's gonna overtake us. A lot of overspeed. He's probably using ERS. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of let my driver settle into the race, and I'll see you when the next bit of action happens.
Oh, it looks like a pit stop issue.
Oh, Esteban Ocon has a pit stop issue.
Say what happened?
Just a little bit slow on the front left. Alright, Dewin is in his pit stop window. think I'll tell him to go aggressive on the tires.
Mode attack.
Alright, it's doing optimal pit laps, so I'll tell him to pit onto the mediums.
Box, box. Box confirm.
And we'll tell him to
Lift off.
go conservative on the fuel and harvest for the pit lane. So let's ride on, or not ride on board, let's stick with him for this pit stop. See how it goes.
Pit entry. Maybe get this race back to us somehow. The next car behind is Ocon. Gap behind 2.5.
Nice clean stop from the pit crew. Come out pretty far behind in last place, but on fresh mediums. We're gonna push pretty hard on these tires. Alrighty, so it's time for Behrman's pit stops. We're gonna tell him to pit onto the hards.
So we'll box now, box.
Oh, and Bottas goes off the track, and virtual safety car. Perfect timing for us.
Safety car.
That's the
Mode
perfect
charge.
timing for Behrman's pit
Follow
stop.
Delta.
And a full safety car.
Mode SC.
Wow.
Copy.
We actually
Start
might be able
protect these
to
rear tires.
Copy.
switch Doohan here onto basically the same strategy as Behrman, yeah. So we'll pit both of them this lap. Get the advantage of the safety car. Behrman's pit stop, 2.7. Let's see Doohan's pit stop. .7.
Joe ahead. He's 4 seconds
Looks
ahead.
like that pit stop gets us into, well, that one
28
that it
laps to
just
go.
did right there. Oh, we just been bumped down, but
15.
we're in 11th and 14th of the pit stops competition.
We need to slow down.
For some reason, Doohan is not
Overtake available.
being let through to unlap himself. Okay, now he is. That's really just screwed our race for him. Because now I don't think he's going to catch up in time. I don't know, maybe. He might actually get there in time.
Safety car is in this lap. Get ready to go. Okay, perfect. Let's get back up to pace.
Well, Doohan's issue has
No
been
longer
fixed.
Lift off for fuel.
If you don't need it, no lift and coast.
And he is just going to
Safety
get there
car
in
in.
time. Wow, that was close. So I'm going to tell them to push and use some of their
No
battery.
needed.
Mode push.
Because now we're right with the pack. This is our chance to make up some positions. Magnussen is on some older softs, so they're going to wear out pretty quickly. We're going to go to the end on these hards. At least that's our plan. Alrighty, well, we've drained the ERS, and we're not even in the DRS of the cars in front. Brilliant. Oh, we really need those upgrades. Not hand perfect. Behrman's crashed.
I'm out.
Are you okay?
Well, there's the first driver
Here we are,
mistake.
going into turn
Big driver
22.
mistake.
There's clear contact there. and I imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
Well, at least he didn't take out his teammate there.
And look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
Well, we're probably gonna need some new parts for Behrman's car. So now there's another safety car.
We need to get these tires to last.
So we're gonna gain a lot of positions up to 14th. Might gain some more. No. I feel like if I don't go for softs, we're just gonna get swallowed up. No, I'm gonna stay where we are. Just try to keep track position. Alright.
Safety car will be in this lap. Mode
Safety
race.
car coming in this lap. Gonna tell him to push on the fuel, push on the ERS, push on the tires.
Mode push. Mode push.
And we've already lost a place. Brilliant. Yeah, we're just falling like stone.
Try to avoid the curbs.
Sergeant's tires are already worn out, so we should be able to stick with him somewhat. Or he can just completely... No, we actually stick with him. Cool. And he's dropped us now. We're pulling away from Joe, actually. No, never mind. He's closing in on us. God, we're so slow. And now he's crashed. Ugh, come on. How's the damage? Damaged rear wing. Just retire the car.
There's been a crash.
Let's see the crash. Yeah, not a brilliant race from us today, I have to admit. Just with neither of our cars finishing. It's honestly a race to forget. Well, Charles Leclerc is your race winner here in Saudi Arabia. And
That's Leclerc.
Yuki Tsunoda and George Russell battling to the line through the final corner. Yuki Tsunoda, I believe, is going to get the DRS. And he has the overspeed. Is he going to get him? Nah, George stays ahead just on the line. Wow, that was close. Well, at least the ending of the race was good.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
They'll be very disappointed to have had their race end early. No driver wants that to happen, but now they just have to look forward.
Out and onto the podium steps Charles Leclerc, the driver from Monaco, really deserving of that top 3 spot.
That gives them their first win of the season, and it was really well deserved.
And finally now the drivers can relax after an eventful weekend at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It's not been the greatest weekend. Both drivers need to step up and show what they can do, and the team have to be there to support them.
Okay then, and a big thank you to everyone for joining us this weekend here in Jeddah.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under. Exciting times ahead in Australia on the shores of the Albert Park Lake.
Well, as I said, Charles Leclerc is your race winner and is now second in the driver's standings. Only 6 points behind Max Verstappen. Daniel Ricciardo scores 2 points and moves up 2 positions ahead of his teammate Lance Stroll. Oliver Behrman stays where he is. Jack Doohan loses out to Kevin Magnussen. And in the constructors' standings, we stay where we were. We don't even score any points in the DHL pit stop competition. We lose out to Aston Martin and Mercedes, I believe. Well, we failed the race target, but we still made 300,000 bucks. So, decent on the money side. Well, I'm going to have to end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If any of you are still watching at this point, I'm surprised you made it to the end of the video. Very much a race to forget from us. Well, we should have some upgrades on in time for Australia, which happens to be Jack Doohan's home race, so hopefully we can put on a good show for the Australian fans. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.